Good morning. I'm Dale Roan, a member of Faith's Green Team. I've been asked to talk today about clean water. So let's begin at the beginning. Water is sacred, and water is life. In Genesis, we see that God created the world and all that is in it and called it good. The Bible further calls us to be faithful stewards of God's good gifts. Water is essential for all of life. It is a critical element of the global economy, but most importantly, it holds a sacred place in our relationship with God. Through the waters of our baptism, we are reminded of how God's redeeming grace cleanses and renews us. In 2016, the ELCA adopted a resolution at the church-wide assembly urging stewardship of the gift of water. In short, the resolution calls on the church to support areas struggling with access to clean water. So why is clean water so important? Here are a few things to know. The water we have now is the same amount that was here when the dinosaurs existed, but less than 1% of that water supply is available for drinking, agriculture, industry, and nature. Did you know there is a global water crisis? It doesn't often make the headlines, but it claims more lives each year than war. Globally, about 1 of every 4 people drink from contaminated water sources. Unsafe water leads to illnesses that claim the lives of hundreds of thousands of people each year, and almost half of those are children under 5 years. Families often spend hours each day just collecting water to drink. Do you think a global water crisis means access to clean water is mostly an issue for developing countries? Well, that's probably true. But water pollution is devastating to the environment and to the health and well-being of people in every nation, in every community, and it often affects lower-income areas the most. It's very much an issue across the U.S., including here in Maryland. In the U.S., our water supply infrastructure is in poor shape. In 2017, in their most recent report, the American Society of Civil Engineers gave the United States a grade of D on drinking water. A great deal of that low score is due to increased water pollution and an aged drinking water system. In Baltimore County, there are many leaking septic tanks whose discharge ends up in the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake Bay Fund has documented issues of sewerage overflow and excess stormwater runoff. Well, what can we do? There are several simple ways to save on water use and water pollution at your home. You probably practice many already. You can easily find tips by searching online. Perhaps the most simple is to just turn off the water when washing your hands and brushing your teeth. I've created a short list of some fascinating websites you can visit to learn more about clean water. I think we'll figure out a way to make that accessible to you. Let's close now with a short prayer. Creator God, we give thanks for your creation and everything in it. Teach us to love and care for our communities and neighbors, both near and far. Help us to remember you and your gift of water now and always. May we recognize the sacredness in all the earth's water and strive for its protection.